Hello everyone. So today's going to be a different kind of video. I'm not going to be editing this much. I'll add some music and, if I make a mess up, I'll put some text on there that clarifies things. But today is strictly going to be an unscripted video. Usually my videos require a lot of editing, a lot of scripting, a lot of figuring out how to be funny. Today I'm just going to give my blatant thoughts on some Nintendo Switch games. So the reason I'm doing this is prior to this point, I was unable to make videos about Switch games because I would have to use a lot of trailer footage. And I wouldn't want to do that. I would want to make it high quality and show my experience with the games. So that would require capturing footage, and I didn't have a capture card. I have purchased one. So this is kind of my gateway into making videos about specific Switch games on this channel, because I can finally do it. So I'm just going to get my thoughts on these games onto a format where I can remember how I feel about them if it's been a while. And that way, everything on this list that I've covered will probably get its own video at some point. Some already have, like the Pokemon games on Switch. I'm not going to talk more specifically about those if they give me a headache, but you get the point. So I'm not going to talk a lot about each of the games I have played, because there's 137 here. Like, if I really wanted to go in depth on everything, because I've played a lot more than what's on this list. I haven't played 137, but like some indies are missing here, and there's like another one that I saw with 560 games. We would be here for 15 years. Like, I'm not doing all this. For your sake and for mine, I want this to be a video where I can just be open and honest with the audience and tell them what to expect in the coming future. So let's just get right into it. We have the typical tiers. I love tier lists. They're a very effective method of conveying information. But we're going to add one down here called F, because I truly think that there are some games that are just straight up F. So there's an F tier. And then we're going to add a row below for the big ones that I haven't played. So I'm not going to talk about the ones I haven't played. I'll just say, hey, I haven't played this one. Or I won't even say anything at all. And then I will end up putting it into this tier, because I haven't played every Switch game. So with all the babbling out the window, let's get right into it. Haven't played that one, haven't played that one, haven't played that one. Boy, this is going to be boring. So the first game on here I have played is Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze, the Nintendo Switch port that everyone whines about because it costs a lot of money and it costs more than the Nintendo Select's release on Wii U, and I'm not going to defend it. They are right. It is not good that it costs $60 and all it adds is a mode that makes the game easier. That being said, this is a really, really good 2D platformer. It's fun, it's refreshing, you can play it in long bursts, or you can just play a level or two before you go to bed. It's a really good game. You will hear more of my thoughts about this in the future, but for time's sake, we gotta move on. Hyrule Warriors. I'm gonna plop this in B tier, and before you rip my head off, just hear me out. I am not the biggest hack and slash beat 'em up / mindless attacking game, whatever you want to call the genre, kind of guy. I like my goals to be game based. Oh my god. I like my games to be goal based, excuse me. And this one, you kind of just, the goal is just //slashy. There are different characters with different movesets, and the game is fun to play. It's just it kind of gets repetitive at certain points. So, what can I do about that? I'm going to put it in B tier, because I think it's good. I don't necessarily think I'm the target audience, and that's not the fault of the game. But what I did play of it, I had a lot of fun. I played through most of it. Mario Tennis Aces. I think that belongs in B. These tiers are unordered, so I'm not going to talk about, oh, this game has Birdo in it, it's better than Hyrule Warriors. No, I'm not going to do that. It's a fun tennis game. It actually has surprisingly easy to get mechanics that you can do a lot with. The game is fun. There are some things I'd change about it. There are some problems with it. I love the wacky character roster in every Mario sports-ish game. So, love playing as Chain Chomp, love playing as Fire Piranha Plant. Fun game, fun roster, sit down with friends every once in a while and play it. Love me a good multiplayer game. Solid B. Good game, worth picking up on sale, which it often goes on. Breath of the Wild is an S. I do think Tears of the Kingdom is a better game, but we'll get to that at some point. It should be down here. Yeah, we'll get to that at some point. But Breath of the Wild is a great game, a fantastic launch title for the system. I know people who don't even know what a Legend of Zelda is, who absolutely adore this game. And that just goes to show how effective it is at the open world genre it tackles. Like, this is an open world game that other open world games strive to be. There's so much to do, it's so fun, so charming. It's just the perfect launch title for a system, and you can play it to this day. I could play this one or Tears of the Kingdom. They're both individually distinct games that I both love. Great game, S tier. Captain Toad. This isn't actually in my game collection. I just played it while it was free for the Nintendo Switch Online members because it's not a very long game. This suffers from Hyrule Warriors syndrome to an extreme. It gets super repetitive and boring super fast. And I understand that it's an offshoot of a mini game in 3D World, but like, this is $60, man. Is it 60 or 40? I'm not exactly sure, but man, like, this is expensive for what it is. I'm going to say C. Maybe I'm just not the target audience for this, but like, it confuses me. Okay, Xenoblade 2, I haven't played it. I'm just going to start ignoring these, to be honest. I might not even fill up this tier anymore. I might just start ignoring them. Whatever. Super Mario Party. This is the first Mario Party in years, and it got rid of the whole car thing from 9 and 10 and just went back to traditional Mario Party. This game is weird because I want to despise it because it doesn't do enough. There's only 4 boards, one of which is unlockable, and it's just like, hey, dip the board in gold. I want to hate it. But for some reason I can't. I love the character roster. I hate the character-specific dice. Bowser's is just stupid broken, and I remember racing with my friends to, well, who can pick Bowser first? Who can pick Bowser first? It's stupid. But it's stupid fun. Like, some of the boards have cool gimmicks. I'd love to see them remade in maybe, like, another Mario Party Superstars or DLC. Like, bring some boards outside of the first 3 games to that game, but we'll talk about that later. I like this game. I don't think it's very good, but it's stupid fun with some friends, and I love screaming about it. So C tier, same as Captain Toad. Probably better than Captain Toad, but again, unranked tiers. Let's go Pikachu, let's go Eevee. I trashed on these games for like 7-8 minutes straight in my Pokemon video. Go watch that. But these games accomplish what they set out to do. They accomplish being Kanto remakes that are faithful to the Kanto games with some additions. Can I hate them for that? Yes. Do I acknowledge that they set out to do what they wanted to do? Yeah. So, C tier. You know, nothing significant. Wouldn't play them again. Not. Surprisingly, I'm not the target audience despite being a Pokemon fan, but whatever. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. S. It is one of the best Smash games to date. I'm not a Melee guy, so, you know, string me up for that. I really don't care. I love this game. It was one of the games that I was the most hyped for in my history of gaming. It's super fun to play with friends. I have so many good memories with this game, which is crazy to be talking about the memories I have, because this game's kind of dead for me. Like, I don't know why they didn't do any more characters, but let Sakurai rest, let the man rest. So, S tier, I have nothing else to say about it. Really, really, really good game. Mario Bros. U Deluxe. It's a 2D Mario platformer. Like, I don't understand why they ported this, because they could have just farted out another one, but I suppose it's fine. I think 40 would have been a more appropriate price for it, but you get 2 games. You get Luigi U and Mario U. And you get some challenge modes that are actually quite fun to do. I think C tier is appropriate. I'm not touching it again. Tetris 99. I love this game. It's fun to pop open for 1 or 2 rounds and then just quit it for the day. It's fun. It's Tetris. Who really hates Tetris? At worst, you're just not a Tetris guy, you know. Yoshi's Crafted World I haven't played yet. I'm mentioning it because it's a first-party title I haven't played. 1-2 Switch I've heard horrible things about, but I haven't played it, so I'm not going to have a thought on it. Mario Maker 2. I think it is appropriate. The reason it's not S I know people who would put it S, and I respect that. I get tired of 2D Mario pretty fast, even if it's a custom mid-level. And I'm not really a Kaizo kind of guy. Like, I like a little bit of challenge in my games. It's what makes playing them worthwhile, but I'm not really like, hey, just throw every enemy at me at once and just watch me cry. I'm not that kind of guy. So, I'm gonna say that the appropriate ranking for it is A tier. Now, we move on past Fire Emblem, because I'm not a Fire Emblem guy, to Astral Chain, which I'm again not going to talk about because while I have played this game, I haven't played enough to get a good feel of whether I like it or not. I'm not like the kind of guy who's like, I have to finish a game 100% to know if I like it or not. But this one I'm making an exception because I haven't played. I know when I haven't played enough of a game, and Astral Chain is that. I will say that it was kind of unpolished from what I played for it. Link's Awakening. I like this game. It should be $40, let me preface it with that, but it is a good remake with a really, really fun art style. Like, I'm usually not a cutesy art style kind of guy, but I liked it, you know. It's cute, it's fun, the music is charming, the game is fun. It's just a fun little game. I have nothing else to say about it, but I enjoyed my time with it a lot. Skipping down to the second row, we have Luigi's Mansion 3. Actually, I'm not going to rank this, because I've only played like 60% of the game, and while I have liked it and I would put it in A tier, I wouldn't know if it would go up to S. So I'm going to plop it in A instead of properly ranking it, but assume it could go up to S if I finished it. Snipper Clips. I think B is fair for this one. I played it with a friend. I played enough of it to know my thoughts on it. It's a unique little game. Again, I got burned out of it fast, but it's okay. Sword and Shield. I gutted these games in my ranking. They were above Let's Go, but that's because they were a little bit ambitious. It's just such a drab setting. I really just think these games could be a lot better. I think they're the worst. I think they're some of the worst in the Pokemon series. Their DLC, I'm not going to rank it with it, but you know what? I'll just rank these as the definitive editions of the games. Not really significant, man. There's some cool Pokemon in there. The story is boring as all hell. Just, like, I'm just disappointed. I feel nothing when I play these but utter pity. Animal Crossing. I am not an Animal Crossing guy. I'm going to put that out there. I am not the target audience for these games. I had fun when I played them in 2020, because 2020 was a boring year. We were all quarantined here in the US, and things were just burning down to the ground, and I'm like, look! A fish! I can catch fish! I wish there was a game where you could build an aquarium, and that's the whole game, like the Animal Crossing, because that was my favorite part of it. I recognize its value. It's not for me. B. It was missing a bunch of stuff from other games in the series, from what I've heard. I'm not letting that impact my opinion of it, because I haven't played anything else in this series. But B is fair. Bomberman R. Ooh, I think this game's a C. I really, really think they could have done a better job with this game. It's not very polished. The UI, I hate it. I'm a sucker for good UI in games, and UI in games that is not good gives me a migraine. This is a problem with this game. So maybe they'll do better in the sequel that's coming out, God knows when. I remember they announced it. Don't remember what they announced, but, you know, this was my first Bomberman game, and honestly, looking like it might be my last. I'm not the I'm not the target audience for this. I'm not the target audience for a lot of these. Some of them I didn't play because I'm not the audience for them. But it's worth noting that I didn't think this game was very good. C tier is appropriate. Pokemon Cafe Mix, I'm really not going to rate because I have played it, but it is literally a mobile game ported to Switch, and I'm not going to rank it as a full game. Like, am I going to rank, if they bring Raid Shadow Legends to the Switch, am I going to rank it? No, because I'm not going to talk about it. Because while I'm sad, I'm not depressed. Super Mario 3D All-Stars. I remember this game getting announced, because I feel like Mario was supposed to have a better anniversary, and then COVID happened, and oh boy. This is the fastest reveal to release Nintendo's ever done. I believe it was like 2 weeks later that it launched after they dropped it. Dropped the announcement, that is. I think the package is worth $40 these days. I don't know why it was a limited time release, but there's not that many extras. Like, Kirby got a better anniversary than this, and this is their flagship franchise. I'm not saying Kirby didn't deserve that, but this also deserved that. But I think the package is an A. Mario 64 is a game I just like to mess around in. Sunshine is a game I don't like, but I'm not going to detail my thoughts on it because, again, all of this is going to get a full video in and of itself. I don't want to talk about you, but I'm going to have to finish you for the video, so I'm well informed. Galaxy is one of my favorite games of all time. These two make the package worth it. Maybe I'll learn to love Sunshine. I hate the controls, but I think this package is an A. Don't quite think it's an S. If it had a lot more extras and maybe some challenge modes, fat S, and it wasn't limited time, it would go into S. I think A is appropriate, though. Alright, Super Mario Bros. 35, another anniversary thing. Don't know why they dropped this game and then canceled, like, just pulled it. Don't know why they didn't keep it around, because it was replaced by something else down the line that I have very strong thoughts on. But I think the game is a B. It doesn't do the Battle Royale format as well as Tetris 99, but I think the game is enjoyable. I enjoyed what little time I spent with it. I never won. I've gotten second in Tetris 99, and you know what? Congratulations to the guy who beat me and can put that on his job application. I can't. So, let's just move on. Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity. This is another game I'm not very well informed on, and this could go in its own special tier. Haven't played enough, but from what little I played of it, it would probably end up in the same tier as Hyrule Warriors, but I can't have a say because it wouldn't be fair. I haven't played enough of it. 8 Deluxe, S. The only thing they could do better is more Renegade Roundup maps. Renegade Roundup is straight up the best mode in this game to play with friends. It's super duper fun. I'm so glad they're doing DLC for this. One of, if not the best Mario Kart game of all time. Pokemon Unite. This is just Pokemon League of Legends. I'm aware I skipped down a row by accident, but we'll go back. I enjoy, again, with Pokemon games and Mario games, I enjoy them adding wacky, like, why did they add that characters to the roster? Like Slowbro or Cramorant. I'm not the target audience for this game whatsoever. But from what I played of it, see, it's very repetitive. MOBAs are very repetitive, so. Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury. This package for $60 is very good. This is a very good package. Like, I understand the 3D World went in selects and was $20, and Bowser's Fury is not, like, it's not a $40 game that would boost this to $60. But this game I've seen go on sale for $40. That's a good price for it. I would be comfortable paying $60 with all the upgrades and little things they did. I think this game is an A. Bowser's Fury is good. It's not like the life-changing Mario experience that some people have randomly made it out to be, but it's a good game. Mario 3D World is fun to play with friends. I have a lot of fond memories of this one. One day I'll go back and do a complete multiplayer playthrough of the game with my friends, but I've beaten it on my own. All that. I'm not doing Challenge Road in this game. Or the final level. I'm not hitting the top of every flagpole to unlock it. It's not worth it. So, A tier is appropriate. Very good game. Haven't done any of these. Monster Hunter Rise. Oh my god, how many times in this video, take a shot every time I say I'm not the target audience, and just watch how fast everything is ruined for you. This game is very technical. Like Monster Hunter in general is very technical. It's the same as Hyrule Warriors in a way. It's just hunt, kill, hunt, kill, hunt, kill. And I'm not the target audience for games like that, where the only goal is to do things. Like, if there's no reward for doing something, I won't do it. So, what can be said about that? Well, I'll tell you what I can say about that. I'm going to say the same thing I've said 30 different times. I'm not the target audience for this game. I'm going to give it a B based on my enjoyment of it. Other people would probably put it S or A. I've heard it's very good as a Monster Hunter game. Can't do anything about that. Can't rank it properly. This is the game I was talking about in regards to Mario 35. This game gives me a headache because it's not good. It's just, I'm not saying that because I'm bad at the game. Okay, maybe I'm saying that because I'm a little bad at the game, but I just don't think the format works well. I like Pac-Man a lot. don't think it translates. I think it's the worst utilization of the Battle Royale genre of these 3 games. And it's just weird, man. Like, it's just annoying. The Jammer Pac-Mans are annoying. The game's mechanics don't feel good. I just don't like the game. It's our first D tier, and that's saying something considering these, like, wastes of air are in C. Yeah, I'm talking to you, Captain Toad. Okay. Pokemon Snap. New Pokemon Snap. Hey, very chill game. I wish they included all the Pokemon up to that point. There are, like, a couple hundred that are missing, but I understand why they didn't. Very good game, though. I enjoy it. It's a very relaxed, chill game. I am the target audience for that, surprisingly, which, hey, I'm just as surprised as you are. I've been whining this entire time about how things aren't tailored to me. Everything should be tailored to me. No more heroes should be for me. No. This is surprisingly my deal. I like it. Awful. Awful game. Just nothing is cohesive. The mode, I forget what it's called. I don't remember what it's called. Super Rush Golf, Super Rush mode, whatever, where you run on the golf course and hit the ball. It's not fleshed out enough. I think you can't even play it with 4 people, if I'm correct. It's just dumb. Like, Battle Golf is fun, I guess. The new maps they added and free updates, which I hate. I'll make a video entirely about free updates and what they did for Switch games someday. I hate this. I hate this game. New Donk City is the best map in the game. There are some good maps in the game. It's just boring. The game is just boring. It's not fun. Like, my dad likes to play it. I play it with him sometimes. But it's just awful. F tier. Worse than Pac-Man 99, which is surprising. Alright. Skyward Sword. Do the motion controls in this game work well? What created the universe? It's the same answer. I don't know. I don't know if the motion controls are for me. I think the game is an A. I really like the story. I really like the characters. I know that's, like, kind of a controversial opinion to really like this game. I don't like it, but I like it enough to put it in A tier. I think it's a good game. ARMS. I have not played much of ARMS. From what I can tell, ARMS got, like, free DLC. There's a difference between free DLC and free updates. From what I can tell, ARMS is not my favorite. So I'm gonna go ahead and just not rank it. Game Builder Garage. I'm a game designer, game programmer. It's my major in college. This is a good stepping stone for kids to get into the game designing genre. The game isn't as fleshed out as I would like it to be, but again, I'm gonna do this for a living. So this is just a good tool for kids to mess around in. I think it could be more fleshed out in that aspect as well, but I think a B tier is appropriate. I think it's a nice little tool. Could get more people into the field. Cool little release. I think it's $30 as well, which is probably around the right price point for it. I think it's good. Props to Nintendo for putting this one out. Like, cute game. Worth investing in if you're a kid. As an adult, probably not, but, you know, not everything can be for me. Metroid Dread. This is a really good game. It's difficult. It's tough as nails. Like, I love Doom Eternal is my favorite game of all time, and this is also really tough. It's not as tough as Doom in some aspects, but it's tougher than Doom in others. So, this game is super duper difficult, but I love it. It's really, really, really good. I'm going to talk about all these games again. I'm going to keep saying it in their own full video in case you feel like my opinions aren't, like, well detailed on all of them. They're all going to get their own video. I love Dread, though. It's great. Mario Party Superstars. Like, I could speak 30 different languages, and I couldn't tell you how much I played this game with a big enough number. I've played this game so much with all types of people. I think A is an appropriate ranking for it. I wish they would do DLC. I don't know if Nintendo's, like, allergic to making DLC for games that actually could use it. Like, they see a full game and they're like, well, we're just done with that. But it's a good game. I like most of the boards. Peach's Birthday Cake is a waste. I wish they had boards and more mini games. More mini games. There's a lot, but I want more. Wish they had boards from other games in the series, besides the first 3. But it's a good game. I like it. It's fun. I did burn myself out of it very heavily because I played a ton of it, but I still go back to it every now and then. Pokemon Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl. I grew up with Sinnoh, and these deserved better remakes. Like, I put these above Sword and Shield and Let's Go in the Pokemon Switch games tier list, which you should go watch for more fleshed out opinions, but they are still a C tier. This is unordered, they are still a C tier. They could have done so much. And I'm not gonna crap all over Ilka. It's an indie game company, and they clearly did the best they could with the time constraint that they were given of a yearly release. But this is an absolute travesty. Like, I know Unova fans who don't even want black and white remakes or threequels because of how poorly these were handled. It's just so sad, man. There could have been so much more. C tier. It's just depressing, really. Splat 2. Don't know why it's down this far, but this is clearly not in release order. Splat 2 is something I haven't played much of because I really didn't get into Splatoon until Splatoon 3. That being said, I think it's still an A. I have no other thoughts on it. Haven't played it enough, but played it just enough that I'm going to give it an A tier. Legends Arceus. S. This game, people say it's a prototype for a future giant open world game, and that game was Scarlet Violet, which that game also feels like a prototype for an even bigger project. However, it's still a very good game. I love the graphics. It's like the paint and pen art style. I think the games are very good. The story's good. The catching mechanics are fun. The shiny hunting method's fun. It's a good game. It introduces some cool Pokemon. Good game. I can't say anything else about it. We gotta move on. Next up, Kirby and the Forgotten Land. I haven't played. Can't rank it. Nintendo Switch Sports. God, this is a disappointment. Wii Sport. I remember seeing the trailer for this, and I thought it was just a straight Wii Sports port before they revealed the whatever these things are called, the avatars, the stupid avatars, and I sank back down in my chair after jumping up and screaming at the top of my lungs. It's so disappointing. Like, they just added golf after, 3 years? We obviously I'm hyperbolizing, but we could have gotten a new president in that time. The world could have changed, and maybe the world wouldn't have been accepting a free golf update. Regardless, the game is playable. C tier. It's in the same vein as these, where the game is it's a game, and it's playable, and some people might like it, but as fans of the original concept, it's just such a disappointment. Splatoon 3. I've been playing through this one. I just finished the story mode. 2022 was a really big year for Nintendo, as was the first half of 2023, so I got swamped with Tears of the Kingdom, Scarlet Violet, and all that. I finally got back to this one. I'm comfortable saying this is an A tier, better than Splatoon 2. I have not played enough of it to put it in an S, but I played the whole story mode, a little bit of multiplayer. Very fun game, fun puzzle game, fun for what it is. I think that it's a comfortable A tier. Next up, I have not played any of the Mario Rabbids games, nor have I played the DLC for Monster Hunter, so we have Mario Odyssey. I think that this game is an S. I'm not saying it doesn't have problems, though. There's I understand that it was designed to sometimes be played on the go with easier to collect moons, but there is a lot of those filler moons in this game. That being said, the game is also really hard to start a new playthrough of for some reason. That might just be a me thing, but this is a good game. It is a very good game. If you own a Nintendo Switch and you don't have this game, I think you need to go to the doctor. So, S tier, very good game. These two, Odyssey and Breath of the Wild, are the default system sellers, along with maybe Smash and Mario Party. Very good games. Next up, Pokken Tournament DX. Yeah, I played this one. It's Pokemon cross Tekken, but with none of the depth of Tekken, and some weirdo characters like Chandelure. And for some reason they did a DLC pass that didn't sell well, so they just kind of canned it for the rest of time. If I'm remembering correctly, it was Aegislash and Blastoise that were the DLC. This game is weird. It's a B tier. I I don't see myself playing it that often, but sometimes I open it for a match or two. It is not an active fighting game either. No one plays that. I haven't played most of the stuff in this row. Scarlet Violet, though. I cannot say these games are S before the DLC. I can't. Like, they're number 2 on my Switch game tier list, but they are A. They're not S. They're good open-world Pokemon games, but there needed to be more. With a world that big, there could have been, like, hidden grotto mechanics that introduced more Pokemon. There could have been better Pokemon introduced. Like, some of the designs are really lame. Like, I can't think of anything I despise off the top of my head besides, like, Link alone. But these games are good. One of the best Pokemon stories in years. But there are things that hold them back from being S tier. Like, better graphics, better frame rate, just running better in general. They are A. If they fix these issues in the DLC, and the DLC is good, move them to S. But for now, solid A tier. We're almost done. Tears of the Kingdom, S. Straight up an S. This has become my new comfort game, as weird as it sounds. It's cozy, yet, you know, it can be intense at times. I love exploring. I'm not going to spoil anything, because this game is recent enough, but I love the mechanics they introduce, the abilities they introduce. The story is great. The boss fights are great. I love the boss designs. This is a great game. Buy it, please, for me. S tier. We're almost out of here. Bayonetta Origins, I played the demo for, and for some reason it jives with me. I do intend to buy the full game at some point, but I'm working through a lot right now. Pikmin 4 just came out. I've heard it's good. It has like a 93 on Metacritic, which I am not. I played the demo. Not the audience for this. Played the 3 demo as well. Not the audience for that. I played this. Hey, maybe I'll change my mind. I didn't. It's not for me, but I can tell it's high quality. I haven't played Remastered yet. I intend to. Everybody 1-2 Switch. I'm surprised 1-2 Switch got a sequel. I haven't played it. I think that's it. Like, all of these are future releases. Pikmin 1 and 2 I haven't played. I'm like glossing over it with my eyes, seeing if I've missed anything that I've played, besides the stuff that I said, like Hyrule Warriors 2 and ARMS that I can't rank. I think that this is it. This is my definitive thoughts on all of the Nintendo-published, mainly, titles on this console. I think that the lineup on the Switch is very good. I do intend to play more. I intend to play the Bayonetta franchise. I intend to play more Astral Chain. Maybe I'll do an updated version of this down the line, and maybe I'll do more tier lists down the line, like of Mario Kart tracks, which will probably get very bloody. But, you know, if I got anything wrong, if you disagree with anything, type a hurtful comment down below. I look at them and cry just to feel something. But thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this candid style of video. There will be more, like a lot more videos. I keep saying that, but I'm getting back to consistently uploading because I have that capture card now and I can do all these video ideas. Like before, I was restricted to doing videos just on PC games because I could capture it with OBS. But now I can do whatever I want. So thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, whatever you want to do. We're going to start consistently uploading. And yeah,